Okay, in this video we're checking out the EMAX Babyhawk-R 4-inch. This is, I guess, the next evolution of their Babyhawk series. And this has the nice arms here with the, I don't know, this overlay or painting on here that is on the buzz arms. It's pretty similar in the pattern. You do get a spare set, well, I guess one arm here. It's a boomerang arm, so if you break the front arm or back arm, you can replace it. You get one of these in the box. Obviously, if you break one arm here, you'll have to replace the whole thing, and same on the back. I believe that the arm is the same on the front and the back. This is a 4-inch setup, as I mentioned. It does come with the 1606 motors. And looks like they're 3300 kV. Got these new scimitar props here, 4 by 2.8 by 3. That's the pitch, 2.8. Pretty nice props, are really smooth. This comes with a tune out of the box with Betaflight 4.0. The camera on here is the Caddx Micro S1. It is set up with camera control in Betaflight, so you can enter and change your camera settings via your transmitter. You have a flight stack here with a 32-bit 35 amp 4-in-1 EC that is 3 to 6S capable. You get an F4 flight controller. It's using the Matek F405 target. And then you have a video transmitter board that looks like a half-size video transmitter with an MMCX connector. And this one is 200 milliwatts power switchable, and it has smart audio for VTX remote control. Now the receiver is buried right there. It's really hard to see. It's underneath this canopy here, and I just routed the wire down here, and he added the zip tie so that it was not basically out of the way of the props here, so it doesn't get chopped up. And then I ran the VTX antenna up top here. The reception was pretty good considering the very small whip antenna here, and same with the receiver antenna here. It's the same D8 receiver that's in the Babyhawk-R 3-inch. They're using the exact same parts there. I think this is the new, obviously the new 6S mini stack, 20 by 20 stack. They're using the same, I think, it's not the exact same, but it's pretty similar. The same canopy in the Babyhawk-R Pro 3-inch. This is very tough. I haven't broken that one yet. I don't know what kind of polycarbonate they're using, but it's extremely durable and crashes. The arms, of course, are replaceable, and the sandwich setup here, so you can replace them, and you can it's nice that you can just take it apart and replace the arms if you happen to break it. It's better than obviously having a unibody. A lot of people complain about the unibodies. You break an arm and then you have to replace the entire bottom plate, so none of that going on here. Now, obviously, this 4-inch is kind of in a unusual category. You know, either people go for the 5-inch or they go for the 3-inch. So this is kind of a category that there's not a whole lot of products in this space. I think that what they're targeting here is 5-inch type performance, but in a more agile package. I think they pretty much did a good job in terms of nailing that. It's pretty much flies like a 5-inch, but it has a lot more maneuverability and responsiveness compared to a 5-inch because it weighs a lot less. So if that's what you're kind of going for, I think that's what people are using these 4-inches for, is tracks with where you need a lot of turning, a lot of maneuverability, responsiveness, and you have the advantages of the lower weight. Now, in addition to the arms, in terms of spare parts that you get here, you get a little bag here with spare prop nuts, a few spare M3 screws, and a spare grommet and zip tie there. So that's pretty much it for all the spare parts. You do get a small instruction manual here. It's very detailed. Covers all of your specs here and everything. If you have any issues, you just consult this and you should be able to figure it out. And one of the things I needed to do is unlock the video transmitter. Basically, the instructions for unlocking the video transmitter right here. If you want to use raceband, for example, so certain channels here are restricted because the video transmitter is locked. So basically, you just plug in the quad while holding on the VTX button, and then after I think not too long it unlocks. And if you happen to change your channel to smart audio and it's locked, and you go to a restricted channel, you don't get any video at all. So you have to unlock it before you see video again, so you can change your channel, or you can obviously change the channel via the button there, but it's just easier just to unlock it, and the button is right there. It's a little tricky to get to. You can see a little small screwdriver in through there. Hold the button down while you plug it in. It's just like binding, and it should unlock the video transmitter. And the last thing I want to go over that was included is this 4S 850 milliamp hour Lipo. I believe this is exactly the same as the GNB 850 4S. It's got the same C rating, 80 to 160, and it's got the same XT30 and balance lead. So I believe this is just another rebranded battery. You know, EMAX rebrands a lot of GNB batteries, not surprising. So if you want to get more of these, I'll put links to the batteries down below. And it's interesting that they went for this size. You get about 3 minutes of pretty intense, a lot of throttle punches and stuff like that on this battery. I think you can go to a heavier battery, but then I think you're going to need to do a retune of the PIDs. I did try a heavier 1300 and it didn't fly as good as on the lighter 850, so it does need a retune. I don't have enough time to do a retune for every possible battery out there, so yeah, unless if there's a particular battery that you want to see a retune for, leave a comment down below, and if there's enough interest, I may consider doing a video. But of course, if there's just a few people, then I would just recommend sticking to the battery that they tuned the quad for, because I think that they found this setup here works best and it's going to be optimal. Okay, so I know some of you guys are going to be asking about the 250 gram weight limit. And I don't think this is going to qualify, but let's show it to you anyway. This is coming in at 166 grams, no battery, and then we'll just throw the 850 on here, and now we're coming in at 262.7. So you could possibly go to a smaller, maybe a 650, and shave the 12 grams to get under 250 if you really need to go for that. Of course, then you're cutting down the flight time by quite a bit, because you do need the bigger battery to handle the amp draw from these bigger 1606 motors. So keep that in mind. It's going to change the flight characteristics, flight time, and everything. You have to probably need a PID tune, a redoing of the PID tune to get under the 250 gram weight limit. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. So overall, I think this is going to be a really interesting platform for those of you guys that are into the racing. Obviously, you can do some freestyle with this as well, but you can't carry GoPro. It could, but not with it. Obviously, doing a retune and all that. I think the idea here is for really agile racing on short tracks with a lot of turns. I think this is where this is going to do well. And if you have that kind of track, this is going to perform better than something similarly sized in a 5-inch, even though, because you can only get a 5-inch down to a certain size, and it's not going to be as agile in the turns unless you kind of go for a different lighter setup, possibly like a 2204 motor, maybe, you know, high kV, something like that. Just guessing, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you would rather just to go to a 4-inch instead of like a really stripped down 5-inch. I think this would probably be the way to go if that's the kind of racing that you want to get into. Anyway, guys, here's some more flight footage for you. Let me know what you guys think of this, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.
It's kind of nuts, huh?
Mm-hmm. It sounds cool. Cause it's like,
Sounds pretty cool, huh?
yeah, cause it's like pretty quiet actually.